So a few days ago, Marcus Stroman was late to spring training and he told the Yankees that he will not be a reliever. He's not going to go to the pen. Today, Rafael Devers spoke out and said basically the exact same thing to his team, the Red Sox. He will not move from third base to make the team better. He just refuses to do it. Meanwhile, superstars like Mike Trout and Jose Altuve, they're moving positions. Altuve, I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, but as of today, he's taking reps in left field. Vladdy Jr. is giving the Jays a countdown to give him an extension. It seems like this is the final day that the Jays can say, hey, we want to give you $450 million, or Vladdy, he's just going to shut all conversations down. We also have updates on Shohei Ohtani, Ronald Acuna Jr., Spencer Strider, and also Joey Gallo, and a few other pretty notable free agents have found new teams, so stay tuned for that. Obviously, we have a lot to talk about in today's recap. If you're brand new to the channel, we do this almost every single day, so if you want to stay up to date on the game of baseball, hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget that these videos are brought to you by SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy. Use code Fuzzy to save 20 bucks off all of your tickets, and my code Fuzzy on Underdog Fantasy gets new users a free pick'em. You're welcome. Baseball's back, by the way. Go get your preseason pick'ems locked in. By the way, I completely forgot to mention this, but the lettering on the back of the jerseys is back to normal. The 2024 jerseys are a thing of the past. They were absolutely hideous. I could not believe that that lettering actually got approved by a real-life human being out there. Like, someone got paid to say, yeah, that looks good. I still can't believe that they went with the SpongeBob Imagination font for this 2024 Verlander jersey. I can safely say I've never seen this before, but it seems like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is giving his team, the Blue Jays, a countdown, like an actual timer to get an extension done. This countdown started a few days ago. I believe it started at 5, then it was 4. Obviously, yesterday was 1. Today, there's no numbers. It's simply a stopwatch, and I personally believe that he's telling the Jays, hey, today is the final day that you can give an extension. You better make today the day. So do the Blue Jays have until 12 p.m.? Do they have until 5:30 before Vladdy's jazzercise class? How much time do they have left? Now, some people are saying this has nothing to do with an extension. This is everything to do with Vladdy just being ready for spring training. I'm going to say it's not that. But then again, I'm a YouTuber. Maybe that's why my judgment is clouded on this. I want chaos. Now, before we get to the chaos being caused by Devers and Stroman, I want to talk about some health updates super quick. Ohtani, this is really the first time that we've seen him on the mound in a Dodgers uniform, and man, it's still surreal to see him in that blue. A couple things to know: Ohtani now has a windup. We all know that Ohtani was kind of an out the stretch guy, so that's the first thing. And also, he's been hovering around 92 to 94, so not 100% full strength. Just wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Same thing with Ronald Acuna Jr. He's not 100% just yet, but in terms of running a straight line, he says that he's at almost 95%. He's still a few weeks away from cutting. That means side to side drills, so that's the key. Can he go side to side? As we all know, running straight is one thing. Going side to side, that's a completely different beast. Ronald's teammate Spencer Strider was seen on the mound as well. He doesn't look like he's anywhere close to 100%, but the reports are that he's in a really good place and that his rehab has gone pretty well. And also Shane Bieber, it's nice to see him on the bump as well. Now, here's two updates I'm concerned about. Giancarlo Stanton reportedly has very high levels of pain in both elbows. They're saying that he essentially has tennis elbow in both. I don't even know how you do that. Also, Frankie Montas of the Mets, he's going to be missing a lot of time. We don't even really know what's happening, but the Mets are saying, yeah, he's going to be out for a while. I don't know if we've ever been able to say this before, but we might have angry Mike Trout on our hands. Earlier this morning, Mike Trout confirmed that he is moving to right field. He wants to take care of his body. He's going to play some DH. He will play center field from time to time if the Angels need it, but supposedly playing right field is going to alleviate a lot of pain and pressure on his body. He also came out and said that he is aware of Major League Baseball ranking him as the 39th player in baseball. He saw that graphic. To quote Mike Trout, he literally said that he's fired up. Please, baseball gods, if you can give us 150 games of not just Mike Trout, angry Mike Trout, I mean, honestly, the case will be reopened on whether or not he's a top 5 player. Can he stay healthy? And if he does, I mean, what kind of stats can he put up when he's angry? One other player who could be changing positions in 2025, Jose Altuve. We all know that he's been a Hall of Fame second baseman. He was seen taking reps in left field. Now, this was confusing to me because I truly thought that the only way Jose will be shifted to the outfield is if Bregman re-signed and Izak would be the second baseman. It seems like Altuve is trying to take as many reps as possible to maybe make room for a Shea Wickham, who they really believe in. Shea Wickham is 26 years old, and he showed Alex Bregman level plate discipline in his cup of coffee debut season last year. He had 35 home runs in 2023, 25 home runs with 26 stolen bases last year, but also he did have 5 errors in one game at third base last year, so he's much better at second. Maybe that's the move. Staying with that's the move, Rafael Devers is refusing to move. This genuinely feels like Derek Jeter and A-Rod all over again. We know that Derek Jeter was one of the more overrated defenders ever. I love Jeter. I think that he was a decent defender at best, but for the most part, Alex Rodriguez was a much better defensive shortstop. Jeter should have been moved to third base, but instead, I don't know if it was a Jeter thing. I don't know if it was just the Yankees wanting to keep their face of the franchise at the prime spot on a diamond. I can't tell you exactly what it was, but we all know that A-Rod should have been the shortstop. Devers has a negative 62 DRS and almost negative 30 outs above average at third base for his career. He is one of the worst defenders in baseball, and especially at third base, he's probably the worst. Whoa, real quick, sorry for the interruption. This is Editor Fuzzy. Alex Cora, the manager of the Red Sox, just spoke on Devers saying he's a third baseman and that he was promised third base by the former GM Chaim Bloom, who's now with the Cardinals. Alex Cora said, yeah, we ain't about that. There's new people here.
Doesn't seem happy that, like, the team has gone back on their word. It's strange between
different people here, right? There's a different leader here. So, Chaim is in St. Louis right now.
All it took from that is Cora's basically saying, Devers, if you don't move to first base, count your days, buddy. You're going to be a Miami Marlin. Obviously, I'm joking. All right, back to the actual video. Rafael Devers moving off of third base would genuinely unlock the Boston Red Sox. And I'm not saying that for dramatic effect. Imagine if they could get Gold Glove defense at third base from Alex Bregman. Maybe they move Devers to first base so they can free up second base for a Christian Campbell. There's a lot of scouts out there that think that Christian Campbell is actually the better prospect than Roman Anthony. And Roman Anthony has been considered the #1 prospect in baseball by a lot of different people. So you can make the case that the Red Sox have two #1 prospects, and Devers moving off of third to allow Bregman to play third and Campbell at second. That would be a generational type team. And I just want to throw this out there. Aaron Judge moved to center field to make room for Juan Soto. Juan Soto kind of stinks at right field, but Judge, he took one for the team to make room. You have JT Realmuto potentially playing left field. Same with Jose Altuve. We know that Bryce Harper moved to first base. Mike Trout, he's moving to right field. It comes to a point where you just have to put the team before yourself, especially if you've already been paid. Now, here's where I might contradict myself because I actually agree with Marcus Stroman that he should not move to the bullpen, but there's a few reasons why. So obviously, Marcus Stroman reported late to spring training. When he did finally show up, he flat out said he is not a relief pitcher, he's a starting pitcher. And honestly, I'm kind of with him. The only reason why I say this is because Marcus actually accepted a bullpen role last year after stinking up as a starter. I will admit that, but it was kind of his first bad year as a starter. Marcus Stroman had a 3.6 ERA over 223 starts. So not only does he have the pedigree and the track record of being an all-star level starter, he also has a player option for 2026 that if he pitches 140 innings this year, he unlocks that $18.5 million. That is a lot of money. He does not have $311 million or $400 million in the bank stashed away to where if the team comes to you like, hey, we got Juan Soto, will you move to center field? Sure, I'm Aaron Judge, I got my money, I'm cool with it. Devers, we're about to get Bregman, can you? Nah, I'm not going to do that. Stroman, I 100% understand why he wants to be a starter. There's a lot of money on the line. Even the GM of the Yankees, Brian Cashman, agrees with Marcus Stroman. He said that Stroman, you know what, he should be a starter. We're going to try and treat him as such in spring. But at the same time, Cashman said there are twists and turns in spring training, and to me, I'm taking that as the Yankees. They're essentially saying, hey, yeah, other teams, we're gonna make sure Stroman is used as a starter so he builds up that arm. Please take him. We have 7 free agent updates to talk about. My friend Joey Gallo, he has officially found himself a brand new team. He signed a minor league deal with the White Sox. He's 31 years old, and we know he's had a brutal last go at it. He has a 166 batting average his last 315 games. Eddie Rosario, he also signed a minor league deal. He's going to the Dodgers. He's had a rough go at it lately as well. A 221 batting average and a negative 2.2 wins above replacement since 2022. Paul DeJong, I'm kind of surprised by how little he got. He got $1 million only because he has on-base issues, despite the fact that he did pop off for 21 home runs last year, and he was pretty good defensively, 4 outs above average. Luis Urias, he is going to the A's. He had back-to-back 3 WAR seasons back in 21 and 22, 23 home runs back in 2021. He's going to try and recapture that magic. Kendall Graveman goes to the Diamondbacks. We did not see him pitch last year, but before that, he was really good. A 2.7 ERA from 2021 to 2023. And the Guardians, they've picked up a few pitchers. Jacob Junis, he was really good last year. He had a 1.55 ERA in 6 starts as a starter, a 2.7 ERA overall. He had a 10 strikeouts per 9 with the Giants in 2023. And John Means, yes, the John Means, he's trying to be Matthew Boyd 2.0 with the Guardians. He gets a deal for 2025, a player option for 2026. I don't know if he's going to pitch this year because he's coming back from Tommy John's, but hey, he was second in Rookie of the Year back in 2019. He has sky-high talent. It's just that he hasn't been able to show it because he hasn't been on the field. So that does it for today's recap. I really enjoyed this one. You guys know, as a YouTuber and a content creator, I love chaos, and there was a lot of that today. But again, if you think I got a couple things wrong or my perspective needs to be shifted a little bit, let me know in the comments. I appreciate all of your support lately. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.